This video will show you how to compute service areas within ArcGIS. We'll use a street network and facility locations to determine all the areas within a specified driving distance. I have two different bits of data loaded into my ArcGIS Pro map. First is the street network, which is a network dataset, and the second is a point feature class representing the location of fire stations. The street network dataset draws its information from a number of different data sources within the transportation feature dataset. I've symbolized it based on the dominant travel times, everything from slow stop-and-go traffic to free flow. To generate the service area, I'm going to go up to the Analysis tab, go over to Network Analysis, and click on Service Area. This uses the street network in my table of contents to produce service areas. This is just an empty service areas dataset, which will then set some parameters so that we can compute the actual service areas. We've just computed the service areas. When I select service area in the table of contents, you'll see I've got a new tab up top called Service Area. Now that we've got the service area set up, we need to populate the facilities with the locations of the fire stations. To do this, I'm selecting Import Facilities from the Service Area tab to launch the Import Facilities Geoprocessing tool. We're leaving the network analysis layer and the sublayer as the defaults. These are being pulled in from the table of contents, but we do need to specify the locations, which are the fire stations. Now when we run this tool, it's setting up the facilities within our service area to be the point locations of each one of those fire stations. We're going to then use this information to compute the service areas for each one of these fire stations. Once the tool is complete, the facilities will appear in our map. We're now all set to compute the service areas. Under travel settings, we're going to be using driving time as opposed to driving distance. We want the directions to be away from facilities, and we're going to use the cutoff time as 4. Our specific network uses minutes, so this means we're going to compute service areas based on 4 minutes away from each fire station using our network. Clicking Run will run the analysis, and now we'll have the resulting output service areas. Once the routing is complete, we can see that our service area is populated with polygons representing 4-minute location intervals away from each fire station. We can now zoom in and interactively explore each one of these service areas. You're going to note that the service areas do overlap. That's because there are many areas throughout San Francisco that are within 4 minutes of multiple fire stations. This video introduced you to computing service areas within ArcGIS. We used a street network and a location of facilities to compute service areas for each one of those facilities within a specified driving distance.